So the souls that arrive here, from 2000 onwards, are the souls of the future. They are the future rulers, they are the future leaders of the new era. Do not expect the leaders that exist here today to make a career in the fifth dimension, because they will not. It may be that one or the other remains in a leadership position, but the vast majority of your planet does not have the capacity for this. He is very obsessed with power, fame, manipulation, superiority, feelings that will not be compatible with the fifth dimension. So it's very likely that they won't even get there. But this is another point. So it is explained, where the energetic strength of this planet comes from, through you. It comes from these souls, it comes from the old souls, it comes from the rebellious souls, and it comes from the souls that were called to come here. Add to this group, the indigos, who arrived in the 90s. So on your planet today, in percentage terms, I would say that Earthlings are a little more than the majority. That's why we often have so much difficulty reaching the maximum point. Because if these evolved souls were the majority, you would have already ascended. However, with the energetic strength that each of them has, it is possible to raise the vibration of the planet. And you have achieved this, because people who vibrate in Tercera, together, cannot overcome your energy, the energy of those who are vibrating for the ascension of the planet. So in this way the planet is evolving. Many souls that are from here, originating on Earth, are also evolving, because they felt that something could be done to improve this world that they live in and that they don't like. So many took advantage of the evolved souls around them and grew together with them. They adapted, accepted evolution, and are on the journey together with you. It's like I said here, we expect 2/3 of the planet to evolve. The great mass are evolved souls, who will return to the fifth dimension. Earthly, essentially earthly souls will not be a very high number, unfortunately, but there will be many earthly souls who will ascend. A point that I left open a little while ago is about souls adapting to another orb. So when we say, that the souls here in third dimension who do not adapt to the fifth dimension will be taken from here, then many people imagine that a big, immense ship will descend on the planet and pick up everyone and take them away. I'm sorry to tell you that it won't be like that. Because these souls will have to go out as souls, not as a physical body. Because like the physical body, it would be very difficult to adapt to another orb, and they would all die. It would be much worse. Imagine the suffering of this human consciousness, of being taken from your home, your family, your planet, and thrown onto a completely different, hostile one, in which she still had to adapt, so as not to die. This would not be the role of Father or Mother God to cause so much suffering to a soul, to a consciousness, whether human or not. So whoever leaves the planet will leave as a soul. And as a soul, a fractal of a soul, it will incarnate in another orb. And then the journey will begin, to have the specific clothing of that orb. I already said it here, it will be an orb very similar to this one, or other orbs. It does not mean that there will be a second Earth, somewhere in the universe. We cannot allow this entire group to reincarnate together. Some will be taken to very difficult planets, so that they can evolve, and so that they can learn lessons related to the suffering they caused. So, the more evolved that fractal from Tercera de Terra is, it will go to a very similar planet, and the easier it will be to adapt. The less evolved the soul, the more evil, as you usually say, more will suffer on planets with very low density, so that they continue to resonate with everything they provoked. Everyone reaps what they sow. It would be very funny to take all these extremely evil souls and throw them on a wonderful planet, where would they survive and continue their power, over those more evolved again? No, there will be a separation. And they will be spread throughout the universe. We cannot take the risk of a new Earth. This is over. It was a lesson for the entire universe. Just to be clear, all the souls that leave here, the fractals, will go to other orbs, as souls, as fractals. And among these, there are evolved souls too. Or what do you think? That because the soul is evolved, it follows the path of light? Not all. Many liked what resonated here. Likewise, your fractals will also be taken to other orbs, and they will lose the opportunity to evolve. So I hope this is clear. You usually make mistakes, but this is how souls will leave the planet, as souls. I don't need to be clearer than that, do I? So I'm going to be a little clearer, without a physical body. Now I think I was clear enough. Very good. The passage to the fifth dimension. Your fractals that are here in Tercera, whether from evolved souls or from earthly souls, it doesn't matter, this fractal will evolve in frequency. Then it will cease to exist in Tercera and will begin to exist at a higher frequency. But with one small detail, you will spend all of this inside the clothes you have. It would be much easier if you all died and were reborn on the fifth. However, we realize that there is another way for this to happen, which would be for you to pass it in your own physical body. So it's as if this transformation, from here to there, was the elimination of everything that you caused to other brothers. It's like a way of healing all of this. But there is always a point to be commented on. The more prepared you are, the cleaner you are in terms of forgiveness, of negative thoughts, of bad thoughts, the more balanced you are, navigating your journey in the best way you can, the transition will be extremely easy. Extremely easy. Your bodies are already being modified, but there will be a deeper change, because this body that is there, does not survive on the farm, it will be changed. You will go through this modification. Whoever is on the right path will pass easily. It's as if you have that very strong fever, which throws you into bed, where your body is crushed, you become limp, you don't feel like doing anything, more or less that. No, no one will have a fever, fever is a reaction here in Tercera. But it's that bodily change, which you will feel physically. There is no way it could be any other way. So that's what I say here, if you want to make this easy passage, and suffer little, physically speaking, take a path. Eat correctly, get rid of addictions, watch your body weight, start eating correctly, and you will see that this transition will be very easy. Because all that rot that was inside your bodies, you have already left along the way. You are feeding your bodies only healthy things. Everything that was animal was left behind. Now, those who insist that this is all nonsense, no, I can't lose this addiction. Very good. I'm not saying you won't go to the fifth, you will, but be prepared, because the change and transformation of your body will not be easy. And at the time, you will bitterly regret not having done what I said. So my brothers, warnings are being given. Many are following, many are changing, little by little. I understand, it's not easy. It's been a lifetime of being used to a series of things, and now you have to give up many of them. It's not easy, I understand that it's not, but try to change, try to take care of your bodies. Because the less care they are, the more you will suffer, within the word you know as suffering, to move on to the fifth. I'm not fooling anyone. So those who think, I'm going to pass into the physical body and I'm going to continue there, being what I am here. You are very mistaken, because a Kinta body is not the body you have here. You, with the body you have here, do not travel through other orbs at all, unless you involve yourself in a series of outfits. This is not life. In order for you to acquire the ability to leave this planet and travel through the universe, you will have to change your bodies, to be able to live on the planet's soil, the way you live here. Totally naked, in relation to their surroundings. You will continue to wear clothes, but there will be no special clothes for living in the fifth dimension. You will live as you live here. So you can't move this body there, because this body doesn't have this property. Then you will change, but what will this be like? We will sleep and wake up. This I will not say. You will know in time. There will be a moment of transition for everyone. Some will pass easily, others will suffer a lot, because they are not giving credit to what I am warning them. And everything is difficult. Ah, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that either. So okay, the choice is yours, then don't complain, don't cry. Because you will suffer, as you like to say, in the flesh, the choice you made here. I already told you, it's not about taking everything off at the same time. Start the change. Ask your bodies for help. I also said this here. If you ask your bodies for help, you will dislike certain foods. You won't even stand to look, and it will be much easier not to eat it or drink it. Because your body is with you, participating in everything. The warning is given. I've been talking about this here for a long time. You will be pioneers in this process. Then, someone may ask, and how do you know it will work? Because it has already been done. Didn't you understand? Many of you have volunteered to go through this process. Or what do you think, that we are just guessing? Ah, do we think it will work? No, no one here is irresponsible. Many evolved souls that were here on the planet are already there on Quinta. They've already crossed over. And it wasn't one, not two, not three, there were many that have already evolved, have already made the transition, and are already living there, giving thanks every day for being there. And this could happen to many of you. Depending on your journey, you may be taken there before the rest. No, you were not isolated, there are already enough people there, everyone preparing the house for the larger volume to arrive. So we know it works, and I can say that many suffered a lot, precisely because they were not physically prepared for it. The suffering was great, and they bitterly regretted not having taken care of their bodies, for being so permissive in what they ate. So start changing. I'm warning you. So my brothers, I hope the fractal subject has become well defined in your minds. I hope the move to fifth, too. I hope that the passage off the planet, of the souls that will not evolve, has also become clear. And with that you start taking positions, you start making decisions. Where do you want to go? You want to go to Quinta or you want to go to a place that you don't even know, but that you won't even remember. Only when they reach the other orbs will there be a memory. No, there is no matrix there erasing everything, there will be a memory of what you were here. And then those who recognize their own mistakes will be able to take a better path and evolve. Now those who like it, stay where they are, there will be no problem. I am Archangel Michael. I hope, with all this knowledge, to help more and more undecided souls to take a stand, to jump to this side, because the wall, it fell a long time ago.